Alrighty, we're back at it. Went to the bank. This time I said to him, dude, can you please open up those nickel boxes first to make sure they're not circulated. The last 2 boxes of nickels I've gotten were all 2020 Phillies. So he broke the box open for me, and we have a hunt. So we're gonna take a roll, and maybe, just maybe, I can finally get that buffalo I've been jonesing for. I'll be back to you guys with my first find. Roll number 1, we actually had a reverse ender, 1958. From Denver. So we'll add that to the board and get back to the hunt. Roll 2. We have another ender, a 1957. I'll get into the roll and I'll let you know what it was. Alrighty, I got it out of the roll now. And it's going to be a Denver as well. 1957 Denver. That's 2 50s, 2 rolls. This could be an awesome box. Roll 3, and this box keeps giving. Actually, the last roll I had another 1957, so there was 2 1957s. It was also a Denver, but this one's giving me a 40, and it's a Philly. So that's our first Philly, our first 40s. So I'm thinking we're definitely going to end up with some wars or some buffaloes today, my friends. So let's get back to it. Roll 8. I decided I wasn't going to come in for this, but I found another 1957. So that's the third one of the 57s. I did find another 2009. So I'm that far into the roll, went to go pick up my last little chunk of the roll, and look what we have. I didn't even see it the first time around. It must have been a little more buried. We've got ourselves a buffalo. It's actually in pretty decent shape. 30s. Wow. There's a date. 1936. No mint mark, so it's a Philly. But we have a buffalo. I'm so happy. I've been jonesing for a buffalo. It's finally nice to have a circulated box of nickels. All right, let's get back at it. Next roll, roll 9. This is going to be amazing, I think. 1946. It's like an S. So that's our second 40s. A buffalo, 450s, 2, 2009, and we're not even 10 rolls in. Amazing. Roll 11 is going to have an ender, 1941. We'll be back with a mint mark. Alrighty, we've got it out of the roll. It's going to be a Denver. So it's a 1941 Denver. This one looks kind of interesting as well. It's kind of black, but I think it's not going to be that old. 2003, just totally tore up. All right, back to the hunt. Same roll. We have an ender. It's not very pretty, but it's a 1940. I don't see a mint mark, but we'll have to look closer because we've got some crusties on there. We'll let you know at the wrap up. Same roll. This was the last coin of the roll, but it was actually the third to last because we had that crusty one, we had the ender, we've got our third 40s of the roll. That's going to be an S. 3 40s in that roll. Awesome. Alrighty, roll 14. I decided I'm not going to come in for all the 50s because this roll is keep giving them. So I finished roll 14, and we have a 54D and a 59P. So that roll gave me 2 more 50s, so we're already up to 8 50s and 4 40s and a buffalo. Amazing. Next roll, roll 15. We've got an ender. It's going to be a foreign. I've never seen it before, so I don't know what it's going to be. But this box is amazing. That one looks normal, but let me know what you think it is. Leave me a comment. I'm going to find out. It's 20 something. It says 20 up here, and there's a 20 down here, so I've never seen it. Get into the roll and I'll let you know. Alrighty, we've got it pushed out. And this one is actually going to be reeded as well. So this is 20 cents, that's what we saw. From Singapore, 2010. So I'll find out some more information on that. I will include it in the wrap-up. And that's a new find for my World Coin Book. Pretty cool. Roll 15. It's going to give us another couple of 50s. 53P and a 58D. Man, are we going to get a war nickel? I sure hope so. All right, I'll be back. We have another 40. It's a D. That makes 6 40s for the box now. Awesome. Roll 18. We've got a 49 from Philly. 40's number 8. Roll 19. We have another one of those coins from Singapore. This one's 1988, and it's also 20 cents. It's interesting that we got 2 of these in the same batch, so I'm guessing whoever put these in, they were just getting fed to the machine. So this could be a pretty interesting batch, I think, based upon the roll 20. Just dumped it out. And we've got ourselves another foreign. It's going to be a 1990 Canadian. That makes our 3rd foreign for the box. And as I was turning the camera off, I noticed that the last coin was kind of old. Flipped it over. It's a 1940. I'm sorry, it's a 1941. And it's from Philly. So that's our 10th 40. Let's take a quick peek and make sure that we're not having to come right back in. This one here looks a little older as well, but it's not. Ooh, a buffalo. Wrong kind though. I don't see anything else jumping out at me. I'll come back if I do. There's 2 more 50s though. A 57P. And a 59D. That makes 12 50s. This has been a great box. Hit a small dry spell. Roll 26. Definitely have one here. Whoop. Butterfingers. It's a Philly. 1947. So that gives us 8, I believe, of the 40s. Roll 34. The box has cooled down a bit since those first 10-15 rolls. We do have a total of 17 50s and 9 40s. Make that 10 40s because we just got a 41. Oops. Man, I got butterfingers today. And it's also a Philly. So we'll get back into it, and we'll come back when we find something cool again. Roll 38. Looks like we might be heating back up again. Got ourselves a 41. And this time, looks like an S. Might be a D. That's how old my eyes are. Up to 11 in the 40s. Still behind the 50s though. So let's see if we can get these 40s to catch up a little bit. Roll 39. And what does roll 39 give us? Roll 39 gives us a 39. Can we get a mint mark? That's a negative. Too bad, but it's still a 39. So now we've got a 30s, 13 40s, 18 50s. Get back at it. Next roll, roll 40. We've got ourselves a 48. And it's also a Philly. We'll be back with the next find. Roll 46. We've got ourselves a 1940. And it's a Philly again. The 40s are starting to catch up now. Can we get a war nickel? Another buffalo? Only got 4 rolls left. Only time will tell. Roll 49. We've got a find. And it's a dazzler. Seriously, it's a glittery nickel. You gotta love finding stuff like this. Someone took the time to paint and glitter this guy on both sides. So I'm gonna keep it. We'll consider it a foreign maybe. But it is an interesting find. All right, back to the hunt. Alrighty guys, here's our wrap up. It was a pretty amazing hunt. I am so happy that we finally got back into some circulated nickels and we're actually able to do something. So first we'll start up with our foreigns or fancies. We've got our bedazzled, glittered, painted nickel that someone left us. We have the Canadian. We have the 2 from Singapore. This will get flipped as well. I flipped these ones earlier. This one was towards the tail end of the hunt, so I didn't do that. I just got to make sure I don't have a dupe. I do flip all my, or flip all my foreigns so I can keep them in an album as long as they're not duplicates, date-wise and type-wise. Not sure if I've got 90 nickel from Canada yet. If I do, then I'll just put it with my foreign finds, but I like to have these here where on the back I'll put, this is a bad example because that one 2010 didn't offer a mintage, but on this one here you'll see where I try to put the mintage that says how many were minted for this particular date. There was 35.7 million minted. It is copper, nickel, 20 cents from Singapore and the date. So I have all the details. So both I and anybody that goes through my collection knows what they're dealing with. So if people are wondering if it's silver or not silver, they can do that. We found 3 09s and we found 2 a little bit better than average condition. This one here had some interesting toning. It's not in great shape, but it just had some really interesting toning, so I kept it. It's kind of rainbowish depending on how you look at it. I just thought it was kind of neat. It caught my eye, so I kept it. Over here are the 40s. For the 40s, we had 4 40s, or I'm sorry, we had 5 40s. We had 3 Ps, a D, and an S. For the 41s, we had the 4, which were 2 Ps, a D, and an S. 46 with a single S. 47, 48, 49 were all Ps. And then we jump over here to the 50s. For 52, we had 2 Ds. We had an S and a P for 53. We had a D for 54, a D for 56. For 57, It was our biggest stack in the 50s with 6. We had 4 Ds, 2 Ps, and then for 58 and 59, we had the same there. We had 5, and it was 4 Ds and 2 Ps for both. Our best finds are down here. This was the 39. Unfortunately, we did not have a mint mark though, so that was a little disappointing. I have found a 39 before. I do not have the 39s with the mint marks, but hey, a 39 nickel will take it. And then, of course, our buffalo. My favorite. This is one of the main reasons I hunt nickel boxes. There's not a lot of value in there. I just see the big gap here between 41 and 46 are our war nickels, which we did not get in this box, but we did get our buffalo. And to boot, it's got a killer date on it. I mean, you don't, those are normally war so thin you are straining to find a date, and that one's just popping right off the coin. So this one's got nice detail on the front, nice detail on the back. You actually have even a little bit of the horn, so I love that. It was a great thing to see in this hunt. Above average finds, so I consider this hunt a great success. We found a little bit of everything. We found some old stuff. We didn't find as many above average grade coins that I normally do, but we certainly made up for it in old coins and some foreigns I had never seen. So if you like the hunt, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider. You know, we are going to put out content on a regular basis, and we'd love for you to join us in the journey. And as always, we will see you on the next hunt.